Supreme Lord, eternal truth, let us obey thee alone and live according to truth. Paramocha Prabhu Satyam Nityatwameva Kevalam Anuvartamahi Satyam Anujivam Kevalam Om Shantihi Shantihi Shantihi. Namaste, good morning, Vande Matram, welcome all of you. Today we'll discuss a very interesting topic. Of course, the topic everyone must understand his original situation, his originality. The topic of discussion will be on man looked towards heaven. Man looked at heaven, the topic of discussion of today. So it will be a glorious topic, of course, our evolution, how man is emerged from the ape, how he is looking at heaven, how his inner being is growing, how the eternal summits are awaiting for him, how this is where is the aspect of his eternity, what is the how the figure of the God we are. Everything will be discussed in brief, of course, in this topic. The topic is the caption will be on man looked at heaven. Here we see whatever we see, these are all artificial and superficial things, or everything is embodied, everything is embedded in nothingness. Everything whatever see, only ignorance and this falsehood surrounds us throughout the life, wherever and whatever we do or wherever we go. The thing is that Sri Aurobindo speaks, this is not the all. The topic almost we are discussing today on the lines of in the lights of Sri Aurobindo Savitri, of course. Sri Aurobindo speaks of this is not all we are or all our world. The turmoil, the strife, the ignorance, the veiled idea, nothing is permanent here. Sri Aurobindo quotes, this is not all we are or all our world. A scale and a series in the ignorance, that is only sin. But this is only on matters past self view. When we see this is the self view, this is the past self view in matter. This is only matters past self view. It is not the originally, it is not the end. Because this is only just a beginning, a scale and series in the ignorance. This is not all we are or all the world. Well, it is something separate. What we see, it is not the original true vision, it is only a apparent vision, this is only a virtual vision we see, but the reality is lying far behind, it is kept unveiled. Children, of course, our greater self of knowledge waits for us. Beautiful quotation. Greater self of knowledge waits for us. A supreme light is in the truth conscious vast. Here initially we have seen everything what we see, this is a virtual filled with falsehood and ignorance. But the supreme light, next one is supreme light in the truth conscious vast. It sees from summits beyond thinking mind. The thinking mind, the reasoning mind, it is there, we see in the surface and we think we have known everything. But the realest, the truest truth is hidden. Reasoning mind or thinking mind is unable to grasp the truth. It has its limitation, it sees only at the surface. It moves in a splendid air of transcending life. It moves in a splendid air of transcending life. It shall descend and make earth's life divine. So couple of times we see the things like life divine, love divine, form divine, name divine. So many ways we see. It shall descend. This greater knowledge, self of knowledge, this is awaiting. When this greater self of knowledge will descend, then what it will make earth's life divine. So for this descent, this earth life, it is only ordinary life. It is packed with ignorance, unconsciousness, inconscience. So when this greater self of knowledge will descend down, it will make earth's life divine. Truth made the world, not a blind nature force. Here the clarifies. How can you be satisfied with this ignorance and falsehood? Because it is not the origin and gnosis, it is not the stuff from which the world was made. The world was really made from the truth. Truth has made the world, not a blind nature force. The world is not built by a blind nature force, but truth made the world. For here are not our large diviner heights. This is where we are standing, we are circumscribed. It is not the diviner heights for us. For here are not our large diviner heights. Our summit in the superconscience blaze. Where is our summit then? Our summits in the superconscience blaze. It is there, not here. Our glorious with the very face of God. There is superconscious blaze. There is the very face of God. Our larger divine or heights is there, because this is the creation of the truth. Truth has created, not a blind force, nor original mind or thinking mind. It is done by a higher power. In other form, in another place, Sri Aurobindo has quoted here also, a blind God is not destiny. A blind God is not destiny's architect. A conscious power has drawn the plan of life. There is a meaning in his curve and life. So whatever is planned, it is pre-planned. Everything, a conscious power has drawn the plan of life, and there is a meaning in its curve and line between the inconscious and superconscious, this tear and laughter, this darkness and the light. There is truth and falsehood. Behind every curve and line, this duality, these opposites, there is a meaning of the God. This is a conscious power is there. He has drawn the plan of life. There is our aspect of eternity. It is there. There is the figure of the God we are. We are not human being. We have to emerge from the, as we have emerged from ape. Man is, as he has emerged from the ape, and he has to, from this man, another being, another gnosis being, it will come, that is Superman will come out. So there is the figure of God we are. It is there, but we have to go and discover it. His young, amazing look and deathless eye things. Things here, what is we see are perishable or mortal. But his young, amazing look and deathless things, his joy in our escape from death and time. We are now confined to death and time, space. Everything is there. We are confined. We are limited by her. But his joy in our escape from these shortcomings, this narrowness, death and time. So his amazing look on deathless things. So from the death and the time, his joy is that we will escape from these shortcomings, these loopholes in this narrowness, and his look is on deathless things that we will achieve. His immortality and light and bliss, our larger being sits behind cryptic walls. There is a wall. Wall means that cryptic wall is there, and our larger being. Here we are living within our smaller being. What we see and we achieve, we reach, and we feel, that is our smaller being. But our larger being sits behind cryptic walls. There are greatnesses hidden in our unseen parts. So many greatnesses are there. But here we are confused. We are struggled. We are puzzled. There are greatnesses. Here only littlenesses, among littlenesses, smallnesses we are staying. But our larger being sits behind cryptic walls. There are greatnesses hidden in our unseen parts that wait for this hour to step into life's front. They are awaiting. They have to come out and they have to explore. So for that they are awaiting. They are not satisfied with this smallness, with this ignorance and falsehood. They are awaiting the hour to step into life's front. We feel an aid from deep indwelling gods. There are, as we have seen behind the cryptic walls, unseen parts. So like this, we feel an aid. We feel an aid is coming from deep indwelling gods. Indwelling gods, they are sitting deep and they are staying concealed. That aid is coming from this deep indwelling gods. One speaks within, light comes from us from above. He is hidden behind, he is staying, dwelling in deep within us, and one speaks within, also he speaks, and light comes from above. From above the light comes, that is the guiding light. Our soul from its mysterious chambers acts. Then we know it behind the heart's chamber, in the depth, our soul is there, the spark of the absolute, the spark of the divine. Our soul from its mysterious chambers acts. Its influences, due to this influence of the soul, pressing on our heart and mind, pushes them to exceed their mortal selves. So these mortal selves, people are confined, almost all the creatures are confined to their limited self. But when the soul has its acts, when the light from above comes, when one speaks within, from the aid is coming from the deep indwelling gods. So naturally this influence pressing on our heart and mind pushes them to exceed their mortal selves. These mortal selves, it helps us, compels us rather to exceed these mortal selves. then what happens? It seeks for good and beauty and for God, not the smallness and these confines, this narrowness, this reasoning seekings, nothing. It seeks for good, capital G, and beauty, capital B, and for God, the unique, the absolute. It seeks for the divine. We see beyond self's walls our limitless self. Beyond the self's wall, we try to gauge when these things are happening, when the soul acts, when the indwelling gods, they actually aid us. And once when one speaks within, light comes from the above, then we see beyond self's walls. Self's wall is there. Beyond that self's wall, we look towards our limitless self. We gaze through our world's glass at half seen vast. The vast, that is actually half seen. So we gaze through. We just try to gaze because there is an impetus, there is an pushing, there is one force. It is forcing us to look beyond. We hunt for the truth behind apparent things. The truth, capital 2, the original truth is there. Behind the apparent things, we hunt for it, we try to hunt for it. Our inner mind dwells in a larger sight. Now we are confined to a very limited and in a smaller light, but our inner being dwells. Our inner being, this is the outer being, in a smaller light it lives, but inner being, mind is there, that dwells in larger light. Its brightness look at us through hidden doors. From these hidden doors, the doors which are hidden, from these hidden doors, the brightness of the inner mind, which is dwelling in a larger light, it comes, that larger light comes here. Our members luminous grew and wisdom's face appears in the doorways of the mystic word. Then only comes the wisdom's face. Initially we feel we are wisdom. Somebody came to meet the mother, divine mother, and asked through the attendant. And one card was sent to the mother through this by this gentleman, that I am the wise man, I want to to meet the mother. And this attendant went and called mother, met mother, and gave the message. The one then one this intelligent man, man with wisdom, he has come to meet you. See, mother quotes, in this world of falsehood, where is the presence of any intellectual, intelligent, or wisdom, man with wisdom? Anyway, he was with, because thing is that we are having very egoistic attitude, that we know something, we know everything like this. So our members luminous give, all our mind, vital, physical, whatever the mental, psychic, everything is there. Our members luminous grew, and the wisdom space appears. Then only appears the wisdom space with all these things, light, guidance, soul acts, everything aid from outside. Then wisdom space appears in the doorway of the mystic world. When she enters into the house of outward sense, when she enters into our house of outward sense, our sense is always outward, of course, then we look up and see above her sun. Then only when this she enters, then we will be capable of looking up and see and above our sun. A mighty life self with its inner powers supports the dwarfish modicum we call life. Dwarfish modicum we call life. A mighty life self with its inner power supports it. God's gets the support. It can graft upon our crawl into two puissant wings. Our body's subtle self is throned within in its viewless palace of veridical dreams that are bright shadows of the thoughts of God. It is settled there. Our body's subtle self is throned within, that has to come out. It has to be acted upon. In the prone obscure beginnings of the race, the human grew in the bowed ape-like man. Ape-like man, from the man we have just emerged. It is from the ape-like man. It is not the last thing. Human grew in the bowed ape-like man. Bowed ape-like man, human grew. He stood erect, a godlike form and face he just accepted he got. And in a soul's thoughts looked out from earthborn eyes. Just imagine, nothing was in the mind or vital, everything was soul. So he looked at heaven and saw his comrade stars. This is the topic we were discussing. Thank you. Vande Mataram.